today we have the AIM, it's the American Motorcycle Expo, and I am in the ILM helmets booth, and this is a cool carbon fiber helmet. It's a very low-key design, but it's got here, and we're going to walk around and see if we can find some interesting products. And I actually met one of the most famous choppers, a motorcycle builder named Tim, and we're going to try to find his bike. It's made of 100% silver with no paint. So we're going to walk around and see if we can find Tim. So join me. Let's go.
All right, we're here at the AIMExpo in Las Vegas, here for the motorcycle trade show. My name is Roy Martin. I'm from Roy's Toys Customs out of Centennial, Colorado. What we have here today is a rigid bike that we built, approximately 9 feet long. It's got a lot of custom touches to it. Carbon fiber front fender that's all been reshaped. Purse front end, running a 120-inch total performance polished motor. Baker 6-speed transmission. It's got a J brake, incorporated brake off of the transmission and not off of the sprocket. So all right side drive, custom pipe. And then on the other side, we're running a 2-inch open primary, external brake light, license plate, mount, custom bars, internal throttle right here, all J brake controls, all custom Illusion Royal powder coat. And then John Pugh did the custom paint work on this. Took approximately a year and a half to get it all to this stage right here.
And did you mention the gas tank? How it was built in? Did
Yes.
you mention the gas tank?
Yeah, so the gas tank started off, custom build the tunnel on it, then you reshape the outer on it, and then it's got the concave. So you got the concave and the radius there to bring that back into the seat area. The seat was done by Matt Hurtado at Working Man Custom. Kind of talked about the design of what we were doing with the paint, sent him the seat pan, and he hit this thing right on point.
Okay, and if people want to find out, or how long have you been building motorcycles?
I've been building motorcycles. This will be my 30th year of building bikes. Yeah, it's passion. I got the entire family involved, and now we're training up the grandkids so we can kind of pass that torch eventually and train our replacements, right? So we can keep this thing going.
Okay, and what was your first motorcycle as a young man?
First one for me?
Yeah.
I started off with the little Yamaha Enduro.
You come a long way.
A long way, yes, absolutely.
All right.
All right, so the name of this bike is called Blue Death. So if you look at the top of the tank, it's got a sugar skull in there, and coming out of that sugar skull is going to be all this detail with all the different skulls. This is probably my favorite part. It looks like it's coming out of a fish bowl, like it's just drawing you in with all of that three-dimensional look there. We're running a Mikuni 48 millimeter carburetor, got a custom velocity stack made by Wimmer Machine, custom headwinds headlights, and then of course, I don't have it illuminated now, but it's got the red, green, blue. They call it RGB, so you can change the color of the headlight and change it from blue, and then you can add the kind of the goldish color around the halo ring on it. So.
Okay, and then one last technical question for the guys out there that are young that want to ride bikes. What's some kind of advice you can give them on how to keep their legs healthy after 30 years of experience riding?
All right, so you asked me, how do you stay healthy and after riding or building for 30 years? As my current career, in addition to building bikes, I'm a law enforcement officer. I rode the motor, was on the motor unit for many years. My recommendation or advice that I would give the younger guys that are coming into two wheels or riding, ride within your means. Don't ride above your ability. Start off, everybody thinks the basic motorcycle class, that 3-dayer thing is a joke, but it actually teaches you the basics. If you have the basics, you can build off of that foundation and be a safe rider. And again, don't ride above your ability and buy a bike that's way too fast for you to start off. Start off slow, Nobody will think any less of you, and then just build from there.
And what's the most common reason for accidents for beginners?
For beginners, buying something that's too fast and thinking that they're invincible, and you know, you're in a 30-mile-an-hour zone and you're going 100, and you know, cars have the right of way, right? We call it the lug nut rule. If you have the lug nut rule, the more lug nuts, it gets into that inertia and mass, right? The motorcycle's not going to win.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good. Hey Tim, can you tell us where we are today and what's the story of this bike?
We're in Las Vegas, Nevada at the AIMExpo, and the bike I brought is called Penny Lane. My company name is Gas Axe Chop Shop, 10 Mile, Tennessee. My name's Tim Dixon. I've been building bikes for approximately 30 years. This particular bike was a creation. We did a show in Las Vegas, and I really felt strongly that we got beat because of a paint job. So kind of worked on me pretty hard. On the way home, I told my wife, I said, you know, I want to design and build a bike that's all raw steel. I want to show craftsmanship and that alone. I don't want anybody's paint job to win a show for me. So on the way home from Vegas, as she drove, I drew the bike. And the picture of the bike's still on the wall, just like I created it, just like it is. So actually, it's a very unique design because it looks like a rigid suspension motorcycle, and actually it's not. There's a combination of some car parts. I've got Model A Ford front forks, Model A Ford rear spring that makes up the suspension, and again, it looks like a rigid bike, but it actually has a suspension on the thing. I like to put a little mix of car stuff and motorcycle stuff in it. So we built the motorcycle out of electrical conduit to make the function properly. The bike functioned as I thought it would, so being a unique frame, it actually has a polished stainless steel frame inside the frame. So you don't want to screw that up. You get one shot at making it right, or you throw a bunch of money in the trash. So we went off all the patterns that I'd made, bent the thing up, and it turned out absolutely beautiful. We everything handmade, manual equipment within it. Just a couple of pieces is not. Very neat designs like the grips on the bike. This is actually backsplash material that goes behind your kitchen. Foot pegs, hand grips, like the brake pedal on some of the pieces. It's got grooves machined into it. It's welded up with brass and machined back down to give that aesthetic look of the brass in the motorcycle. I wanted the bike to look like a rigid frame, like the old style Harleys, but I wanted it to ride like a Softail. So I took parts off a Model A Coupe. This is actually the front spring off a Model A Ford Coupe. The bike frame has a pivot point here. As this pivots up, it hits this stop and doubles your resistance on the spring. This is actually the Model A shock hanger style. This is the actual shock hanger inside the frame. And as this moves up and down, this pivots right here back and forth to give you a little bit of a cushy ride as you're going. The wheels are actually a set of American Racing Front Runner drag racing wheels off an old car. The front end is a unique design I came up with. The axle is actually out of a Model A Ford also, and it's a reverse springer. The compression piston is up here, and there's a spring underneath it. So as this rocker moves this way, as you hit bumps, it compresses that spring up and down. And polishing wise, I had 800 hours of polishing alone. These two pieces took me 40 hours to polish. But you can imagine a 1930 model Ford car, an axle dug up out of wherever, whatever, how pitted and rough it is. That was 40 hours just to polish these two pieces. A 1930 model Ford Coupe. Yeah. All the welds were done in steel, and then they have silicon bronze over them for that bronze aesthetic look. I like it. Yeah, it lives in my living room. That's how special it is.
How heavy is it?
It's fucking heavy. Yeah, well, there's a frame inside the frame, so it's heavy. Yeah, it's probably over 1,000 pounds. Pretty good handful.
Not an easy move.
No, to put it in and out of the house is a pain in the butt. My wife does custom upholstery, so this isn't a very skillful example, but it's something I drew and that's what I wanted, that's what I got. But she also does custom upholstery.
Okay, yeah, I remember. I saw that on yours.
Yeah.
Now, Tim, can you tell us how much you sell this bike for?
Actually, there's 2,180 hours in the motorcycle. Okay, figure that up by a decent shot rate. It started out as a nice 59 panhead motorcycle, so a bike like this is valued well over $100,000.
And would you sell it?
Pretty attached to it. I would sell one of my kids before I would sell one of my creations. They get pretty personal. I mean, you got to think somebody that spent 2,100 hours of their life designing and building and creating something out of their brain. Money talks, I guess. If somebody was standing here with money, you might think about buying it.
And one non-technical question for the beginner, for the early riders. I asked Rory this too. For the young bucks that are out there on their first bike, do you have any advice on how that they can stay healthy and not kill themselves?
This day and time, I don't have any advice. Not ride them. Most of the danger comes from other people, but you know, I found that riding in groups whole lot safer. You know what I mean? Don't be stupid. Pay attention. Split up 4 to 6 people and ride. That seems to keep you a whole lot safer.
Okay. All right. In summary, can you just tell us the name of the bike and how people can find your shop? Just tell them how people can find you.
Okay.
And where you're based.
The bike is called Penny Lane because of all the copper on it. All the copper pieces are real copper pieces we fabricated made. We can be found on Instagram or Facebook. Gas Axe Chop Shop. We're located in 10 Mile, Tennessee.
Okay.
So we're here at the AIMExpo in Las Vegas. My name's Casey Elkins. I'm owner of Crossover Customs. Custom paint shop, really. I just build bikes for the fun of it. So, yeah.
Okay. And where are you based? And what kind of, how can people find your work?
So I'm actually based out of Central Kentucky. You can find me at Crossover Customs. It's spelled with a K. It's at basically Instagram. That's pretty much my main contact. But
Okay. And what's your favorite kind of bourbon?
Favorite kind of bourbon? That is you don't ask a Kentucky man favorite kind of bourbon because there's way too many of them and it gets way too technical.
Okay. What's the last bottle you finished?
The last bottle I finished actually isn't even from Kentucky. It's a Whistle Pig 12-year-old. But my go-to is Buffalo Trace for sure.
Buffalo Trace?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you custom bikes. Can you tell us about this exhaust?
So this is a 2-stroke, so it has the expansion chamber on it. It's a FMF exhaust that I had to cut apart, cork everything to make fit on the frame and stuff that I'd built on this one. Definitely catches people off guard if they don't know what power plant is in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I think that's about it. Thank you. I don't know what else to ask you. Okay, I got something else.
Yeah, there we go.
I asked the other guy. Okay. Can you tell us? This is a dumb one, non-technical, but for a safety one, for the guys that are just getting their first bike, that's too powerful for them. Do you have any advice for them?
For a bike that's too powerful for them?
Yeah.
Put your safety gear on. Get your helmet, helmet and gloves. Do that kind of stuff for sure. I mean, we all like bikes that are too powerful for us. I mean, why wouldn't you buy the best one you can buy at first? I mean, it's not the greatest advice, but maybe go do a training course or something. I don't know. I grew up on motorcycles. I don't even know. I can't tell you how to ride a bike or even explain things because I've done it so long. It's just kind of.
How old were you when you first started riding?
I was 4 years old when I started riding, and I've been racing since I was, 6, racing motocross and woods racing and stuff. So it's just kind of natural to me.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That's good.
I'm Sui from 12 Speed Products, and I'm here to promote our Doormate 2, which is a garage door opener. We're at the AIM Motorcycle Show 2024, and what this guy does is it's a waterproof garage door opener, and you can mount it anywhere on your motorcycle as long as you have an M5 or an M6 bolt. And we have it mounted on this particular motorcycle on the front of the tank because there's an M6 mounting bolt there. We also have where it goes onto the handlebars, so you can mount it traditionally on a handlebar. And it's IP65, it's waterproof. It's not waterproof, I'm sorry. It's dustproof and water resistant. So it retails for $40, and it's the first time it's been introduced to any motorcycle show because we've come from the bicycling industry. So now it's available for motorcycles, and it retails for $40.
Okay, and the name of it again?
We're 12-speed products, and it's Doormate 2 is our product.
Okay.
Garage
awesome.
door opener.
Okay, and how can people find you? You have a website?
Yeah, we have a website. It's 12speed.com is our website. 12speed.com is our website, and we also have an Instagram, 12speedpro.com.
Okay, all right.
Hey, how's that VR headset going, guys? Welcome to 2024 AIMExpo. You're here in the GoWow booth showing you the 2024 Alpha bike. This is going to be delivering to you for under $5,000. DOT is the intention of our bike, and man, wait till you ride it. We have a full display right here. We have our mode and our trigger button back here as a turbo button. Your throttle and brakes. We have the tail light with blinkers, and of course DOT. We have mirrors that you can remove at your discretion. If you have any questions, look us up at GoWow Official on Instagram. We have a really elaborate, great content, and the booth this year has been amazing. We're at the end of the show. We hope you follow us, like, subscribe, and your VR headset.
Awesome. Hey,
Any questions?
Can you tell us what was the inspiration for this bike compared to other bikes? Like what was the creator thinking?
It's a great question. The creative vision behind this bike was not to look like everyone else. We wanted to stand out with performance, looks, and I think we did it. We look at this here. We have a removable battery, swappable battery. We have great looking pegs. Let's get on this. I am 5'9", 5'10". I can get both feet planted onto the ground, and it's like I'm ready to roll through the trails, or maybe to go get some coffee.
Awesome, thank you.
Any other questions?
Can you bring the bike closer to us without
Of course.
tapping it?
So we got a 19-inch wheel in the front, an 18-inch wheel in the back, 2 inches wide as well. This is our sample model, but it's gonna look just the same. You're gonna have a lot of accessories we're gonna come out with late in the year. But if you wanna get on this bike today, we'll be traveling to the AIMExpo, and we'll be selling them right at the show there under a $5,000 retail.
Wow, awesome. All right, thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, Mr. Zhang, can you tell us about your product and your company?
我们是来自爱默斯电动自行车公司。我们公司主要做电动自行车已经8年了。
Okay, we are from IMAS, AIMOS company, and we've been doing electric bicycles for 8 years already.
Yes.
Yes, and can you tell us about this product? 可以介绍一下这个产品吗？
我们这个产品采用了复古的摩托车设计的外观，符合现代感的年轻人骑行，非常的酷。这是我们花了3年的时间研发出来的新产品。
Okay, so we've used a retro design, and we've spent over 3 years designing this product, and it's very cool, and the young people like it. It's got a cool style.
Yes.
很cool的 style.
Yes, sir.
时尚. Okay, And can you tell us about 这个已经可以买吗？
可以买，
Can you buy
可以
it?
售卖，已经开始售卖。
Okay, it's already for sale. And 大概多少那个零售？
大概是在1500美金。
It's about $1,500 US. And okay. And 如果大家想更了解你的产品，怎么找你啊？
可以发送 email 给我们，或者
您网站有吗？
网站有，
这多少？
网站是3w.imos.cc。
Okay, it's AIMOS.cc.
Yes，
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you.
谢谢。
好，就这样吧。Perfect，可以了。